Hi YouTube, tonight it's Lindy and Mr. Smooth. We're still in the apartment in Bauji, and I'm making the promised continuation of the cultural differences between America and China. And tonight I thought I would talk exclusively about health differences and beliefs. And there's a ton of them, but I'd say the thing that sticks out at me the most, and if I had to pick just one to talk about, I would say how hot water is the solution for everything. If you say, oh, I have a headache, or oh, I'm tired, or I don't know, anything, oh, you should drink some hot water. It does not matter if it is during the middle of winter or if it is in the summer. The bus today said it was 34 degrees Celsius, so that's pretty hot. But no, you're still supposed to drink hot water because it's good for you. And it's not just that like hot water is good for you, but ice water is bad for you, and anything cold is bad for you. I've asked for like, oh, Ching Gewa Bing Ping Shui, which is please give me some ice water, and I've gotten weird looks for that. I've eaten just some cold stuff, and people have given me weird looks. People have actually told me that it was bad for me and to knock it off. When I first got here, I was using the staff refrigerator at my work, and I took out some milk that I had put in there a few hours earlier, and then I went to drink it, and one of the Chinese teachers was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm drinking my milk. I didn't realize that was a problem." And she's like, "No, you will get sick. You will get very, very sick." And at the time, I was 24, and I said, for the past 24 years of my life, I've been drinking cold milk, and I'm fine. She's like, "Your stomach will hurt." And I'm like, no, watch. And I drink it, and she was amazed. And she was saying, oh, because you're white, your stomach is better. A Chinese stomach is very weak. And I'm like, I wouldn't say that. Some of the crazy spicy stuff you eat, I would not say that your stomach is weak. I kind of wonder if it's more of like a psychological thing, that if you think it's bad for you and you think your stomach's gonna hurt, it then hurts. Yeah, that's just weird. I've been drinking and eating cold stuff, and I'm fine. I've been told because I'm a woman there are certain things I should and should not eat. I guess cold tea, like I have iced tea in my fridge, and I had a friend over and I took some out, drank some, and I was like, "Oh, do you want a bottle?" "No, no, 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 no. That's very bad for you. That's very bad for you." What? What? Yeah, they think cold food, beverages, like anything is bad for you. And it's not just ingestibles, but I broke my foot a few months ago, and what the doctor said was if you're just chilling out at your house, put ice on it. And this was the doctor in America that told me if you're just chilling out, put ice on it. And that's normal in America. I was explaining to other people here that America, when we hurt ourselves, we get ice. And the reason this came up was during like my orientation, I said, hey, I know they're kids, they run around. Sometimes like they'll bump their heads or something. Where's the ice packs? Like if I need to give them an ice pack. And this lady just looked at me like, why are you putting ice on children? I'm like, if they hurt themselves, like you give them ice. In my school in America, like in elementary school, you had like little frozen sponges in a plastic bag for when you hurt yourself on the playground, and the nurse's aide would give it to you and you bring it back when you're done. No. Here, that's not a thing. I was telling my Chinese big sister that, oh, my foot's okay. Sometimes it hurts a little bit, but I just go home and I just put ice on it. And she was like, what? And I'm like, I put ice on my foot. No, that's very bad for you. That's very bad for you. And I'm like, no, it's not. My mom's a nurse. My mom, every time she talks to me on Skype or every time she writes me an email, she asks me, have I been putting ice on it? This lady thought that I was gonna die, and I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. And the little boy next door actually sprained his ankle pretty bad, and his father is the landlord, and he speaks English, and he asked me, could he please borrow the scooter? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, don't get mad at me for saying this, but I think it might be a good idea to put some ice on it. And he's like, oh yeah, we know. So maybe in less traditional families, it's becoming more accepted to like put ice on things that hurt. But in traditional families, that is a big no-no. On the subject of other things that are big no-nos that are cold, My air conditioner, my lovely air conditioner over there. I'll turn it so you can see it. That is my lovely air conditioner over there. Apparently has homicidal tendencies, and if I leave it on while I sleep, I'm gonna die because I'm gonna get too cold or something and I'm gonna die. I have been yelled at to not sleep with the air conditioner on, and I said if I don't have the air conditioner on, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. But no, I guess that thing is plotting to kill me while I sleep. I don't know. And while we're talking about hot and cold stuff, I am from America, from Wisconsin, and you know how that's in the north and like cold doesn't really bother us? We eat ice cream all the time during the summer, ice cream. And little seasonal places, like a little, I guess you'd call it like a drive-in or something, might close down for the winter, but the bigger places like Culver's or Cops or something, they're open year-round, and you get your ice cream year-round. Here, ice cream is a summer thing. During the winter, there's no ice cream, and I'm sure they'd think I was trying to like kill myself if I said, oh, hey, you know, those like chocolate popsicles, like where could I get one of those? Yeah, I'm sure they'd think I was like suicidal or something. So if you want your ice cream year-round, I'm thinking that's probably something you should consider, that it's not available if you want to come here. And for the next section, I'm going to talk about women's health because I'm a woman and I've been lectured and heard this stuff here. And I guess if you're a guy and you don't want to hear about like babies and periods and stuff, you can like stop listening now. But yeah, ladies, I guess traditional Chinese medicine says you can't wash your hair when you're on your period. Because I was, again, talking to my Chinese big sister about this, and we were just saying like, oh, I'm on mine. Hey, me too. Hey, you know that thing that I've heard about how women who hang out together a lot tend to sync up? I guess we're syncing up. And she's like, oh, I just feel so disgusting because I haven't washed my hair. And I'm like, why haven't you washed your hair? Like, do you need to borrow some shampoo? She's like, no, because it's that time. And I'm like, why can't you wash your hair when you're on your period? And she's like, you're going to get sick. I don't think that's true. I wash my hair, like, regardless of what time it is. If my hair is gross, it needs to get washed. And it's kind of cute how they refer to periods. We were just talking about it, and one day she's like, Lindy, what do you do for special time? And I thought she meant like a holiday, like a day off of work. And I'm like, I don't know, like hang out with the hedgehogs, like this one, or sleep in, or maybe go for a walk, or I don't know. And she's like, no, woman's special time. And I'm like, what? Oh, you mean my period? And she's like, what? Yeah, they call it the woman's special time or special days. And I'm like, what? I just thought it was cute, like how they refer to it. But yeah, when it is your special day, you know how they don't like the cold stuff? If it is a woman's special day, they really, really don't like the cold stuff. I was told, do not even get close to that if it's that time. And luckily, I don't really worry about it a whole lot, because in my arm, I'm not sure if you can see the scar right there, I have the Implanon thing as birth control that you just stick it in there, and it's good for 3 years. And everybody was amazed when that came up at work, like lady talk, like, oh, like, how do you do that? And I'm like, oh, nothing. You stick it in there and you forget it. And what is that? And everybody had to come touch it. I guess here, if you don't want to have a baby and you've already had a baby, they have one of those like implant things. I think it's called Mirena. And if you've already had a kid, they can put it in and then you're fine. And I'm like, okay, if that works for you, that's great. But I've never been pregnant. I've never had a kid. So that's just what they do. And I said, in my country, you can also take pills. And they were like, what? And I'm like, every day you take a pill. And I guess that's not what they do here. And if you haven't had a baby and you don't want a baby, but you want sex, you just kind of wrap it up like in a condom. Like, they'd never heard of like the pills or the arm thing. And I'm just like, okay, I guess whatever works for you. Like, you can do what you want, whatever works for you. If you do want a baby and you do get pregnant and you have the baby, you are not just under house arrest, you are under bed arrest for the next month. They call it like the stay-in month or something, I think is the literal translation. But if you have a baby, your butt stays in that bed. No showers. You can get wiped down with a Chinese herbal bath like once a week. And they're really, really restrictive about the foods that you can eat. I guess carp soup is okay. Rice every once in a while is okay, but I guess they think that when you give birth, it's really, really super stressful and hard on your body, and I'm sure it is, but you need to have that much rest. Like 30 days in bed, I think they'd go crazy. And oh, while you're in bed, they like wrap you up like a mummy in jackets and blankets, and you have to keep your feet warm, so you wear these huge, thick socks. And I've had teachers at my school get pregnant and text out like, help, I'm so sick of carp soup and rice, please bring me like food, actual food. And we'll sneak it in like, oh, let's see the baby, eat, 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 while your mom's out, eat, 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 eat. And I just think it's funny that the family has so much pull, because in America it's like, no, I'm hungry, I want to get out of this bed, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna eat. Nope, if your mother-in-law or your mom says you're not getting out of bed, you are stuck. And I guess that's something I'm thankful for, that I'm an American and I live by myself here and I can do what I want. Because when I broke my foot, had the Chinese people had their way about it, my butt would have been confined to the bed for 40 days. That would make me crazy. There's no way I could do that. I had the scooter and I was out riding around and going to the classes where I didn't have to go up the stairs and doing stuff, and that was like a superhuman feat. All I heard was like, Lindy's so tough, Lindy's so cool, Lindy's so strong, and I'm like, no, I would get bored and I need money like to live, so I'm gonna go do this. And I'm gonna like eat my yogurt and eat my cheese. And they were amazed that I could eat all that too without getting a stomach ache. And I'm like, I would hate to be a Chinese person with a broken bone, because that would make me crazy. I had one of my students break his arm, and this kid was out of class for like 4 weeks. He comes back with it in the sling. Sad, sad looking kid. And the sling was on for maybe 3 weeks. I was asked to like modify my classes so there wasn't a whole lot of running around or like rambunctious games. And I'm like, okay, I get that. Cast came off. Kid still refuses to play any games where there's any kind of like standing up and running and like going to get something, or if there's any like catching, he won't do it. And I'm like, kid, it's been like 2.5 months. In America, they say 6 weeks. My foot, 6 weeks. I took the boot off and I started walking around, and I'm fine. You're younger than me. You heal faster, but no, they're convinced that it takes forever to heal, and I hope he accidentally like does something and realizes, oh, hey, this doesn't hurt. This isn't that bad. I'm gonna get back to my life, because he's a little boy, and I'm sure he misses doing things that little boys do. And I guess with the boot, they put that on in America. I come back to China and I had like the boot on that you could take on and off. They'd never seen that before and they thought it was the coolest thing ever. It came off and it wasn't perfect. And one of my friends said, oh, hey, I have migraines really bad, so I go for a massage once a week. Maybe you can come too and they'll help with your leg, because I was kind of limping around for having not used my left leg in 6 weeks. So we went to get the massage, and I'm so glad she was there. For one, in America, when you get a massage, and like I'm talking not just a nice feel-good massage, but I've gone for sports massage in America for other injuries, you take off your shirt, you take off your pants. I personally will leave on my bra and my underwear, and they do their thing. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I go to like pull my pants down, and they realize what I was going to do, and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I said, I'm taking my pants off so you can give me a massage. Here they just do it through your clothes, and I'm like, no, I promise I'm not weird or like some like sex pervert or something. Just in my country, that's what they do. Like, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And in America, massage is like that, like nice. Here it's not like that. It's whack, whack. And at first I'm like, what the hell? I paid $7 for you to smack me for 45 minutes. This really doesn't feel good. I don't think I like this, but it did feel better for the next couple days. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just suck it up and get smacked around by a Chinese dude for 45 minutes. And I asked, I'm like, why are they hitting me? And I guess the Chinese think that like the nice little, that doesn't do anything. They think that just stays on the surface. If you want to get like down to where the problem is and fix it, they need to hit you. So it makes me feel better. And do I exactly have fun? No, but if it works, I guess I'm just gonna have to live with it. So that's what I've known as far as like medical stuff. I've not had anything like super, super serious here where I've had to get surgery or been like really, really seriously hurt. So I can't say what they do for like operating procedure or what recovery's like for that. Just, I guess, normal scrapes and bruises is what I've had here, and that's how they treat it. Oh, one thing, scrapes and bruises. I'm a teacher. Kids run around. Kids hurt themselves. During one of the breaks, I went to the office to do the communication books, and I come back, and one of the kids, teacher, so-and-so is hurt. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he had like a scraped knee. There was a little blood. So I go, I like clean it out, whip out a Band-Aid, put it on the kid. I knew I was going to be teaching kids before I came here, so like I made a little teacher box with like stickers and Band-Aids and fun stuff, and I put like an Incredible Hulk Band-Aid on this kid. All the others just like flock to see this Band-Aid, and I hear like Meg Warren blah blah blah. I don't know the word for Band-Aid, but that means like American Band-Aid. And I see some of the other boys looking like, I want one, and I'm like, hands on the desk where I can see them. You're not going to pick off your scabs and have blood everywhere so you get a Band-Aid. No, if you hurt yourself, I will give you a Band-Aid. If it is self-inflicted, no, you don't get Band-Aids. So when I go back, I'm going to buy like a ton of them. I actually had some like shark Band-Aids when I was a kid that I loved, and I think those are good for boys and girls, so I'm going to like buy all those at the store. So that's really about it for health stuff. No more things I've forgotten. So I'm going to say goodnight for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment box, and I will try to answer them. All right, have a good day or night, whatever it is, and I hope we can talk again soon. Okay, bye.